Now we've got our next speaker talking about generative conversational AI interoperability. It's none other than our friend Diego from Italy, who's written a number of books on this subject. A very worthwhile man to be taking notice of. Ladies and gentlemen, a big ClueCon welcome to Diego Gosmar.
Thank you. Thank you. So my remote doesn't work. I will manage from here. Thanks for having me here. So before getting into the weed, if you can bear with me, please, I'd like to make a couple of questions, a small survey. So if you can pick up your smartphones and scan the QR code you see here, then we will play a little bit, just a couple of questions to break the ice. I'll give you a few seconds to try to scan this. Hopefully it's working, I guess. You will be forwarded to a Mentimeter page that I'm going to show up now. Okay. Okay. So the first question I have, speaking about AI, is everybody knows about, I think, about ChatGPT from OpenAI, of course. I'd like to know what kind of other large language model or AI models you know. Of course, you can say no one. You can type whatever you want. Feel free to do that. So we'll play with that. Okay, so it seems some others are coming up. Claude, Gemini, Llama, okay. Okay, Mistral, also not just American LLMs. I don't know about Pizza, maybe it's a new one. Watson, okay, Grok. Okay, thank you. And the second question I have is open source, okay? We are all familiar with open source voice, talking about free switch, asterisk, chameleon, so on. So how many open source models you know about? Okay, you can say no one. You can type whatever real open source model you know about. Okay, I give you still few seconds to play with that. Okay, that's good. Few of them. Okay. Okay. Good. So thank you for the survey. Let's get back to the presentation. And so about the first question, other LLM models, you know, this was the situation beginning of the year, actually March 2024. It's not easy to see, but there are many other AI models, of course. I just looked up at Hugging Face, one of the biggest, largest repository of AI models, and they are hosting kind of more than 800,000 AI models, which is a huge number, of course. Some of them are just experimentals. Some of them are actual models you can work with. Some of them are very niche models, but of course, there is not just ChatGPT, okay? There are many other models that we can use. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT, by the way, but it's good to know that there are many other AI models that we can use. Second question was about open source AI models. So I just found out a few weeks ago a good paper from a couple of Netherlands researchers. It was very inspiring. They introduced the concept of open washing, that basically is pretending to be open source while they are not really open source at all, or just partially. So in my humble opinion, and also on this paper, well, when a real AI model is open source, well, I would say when they can provide us the full source code they use to do the training, the pre-training, the testing, the tuning, and so on and so forth. They also provided us the original data set they used to do the training, or maybe at least a part of the data set, if there are privacy issues, of course. And then maybe also, why not, some documentations to explain us how to replicate and generalize that kind of job. And if you pick up that paper, well, I was struck to see that many prominent AI models are really not open source as they declare to be, okay? They are up to some extent maybe open weight, so they provide you access to some parameters, but they don't get and they don't provide us any source code. Not to mention the data set, documentation is not so clear. So I think and I mean, I'm using also both open source and proprietary AI models, but I think it's just fair to declare to be open source when it's really like that. You can find a similar table also for the image generators AI. That was about the LLM, okay? Few words about me. I'd like to thank David for the quick presentation. For people who don't know about me, I'm the head of AI at XCALLY, a company I founded more than 15 years ago. So we're specializing in customer care, omni-channel customer care, software solution. I'm providing mentorship to and advisory, especially on AI, but not just like that, to startups. And I'm also member and ambassador of a couple of Linux Foundation AI&Data initiatives. I will talk a little bit more about that, but first one is Trustmark Open Voice. It's about ethical AI. And the second one, more related to the talk we will have today, is the open voice interoperability. We call that also OVON, to make it shorter. Yes, I wrote some papers recently, and in particular, the middle one you can find here, Conversational AI Multi-Agent Interoperability Universal Open API. It's published on Archive. I will share a QR code later about that. And it really tried to explain the specifications we released at this Linux Foundation AI&Data initiative to have multiple AI agents communicating each other using open standards. So what's conversational AI? Because it is what I'm trying to talk about today. You can think about conversational AI, of course, in many places, many applications, from home assistant. So when I talk to, I don't know, Alexa or something like that. When I talk to my car navigators to get a direction. Or more in the business I'm used to when I try to call a customer care, and on the other side, there is not just a human, but often now there is an AI assistant, a machine, trying to talk with me, or to chat with me, or to video chat with me as well, with some kind of avatar recently. And of course, I started to play with that in 2006. With some basic intent response tools like Dialogflow, Amazon Lex, not to mention, just to mention a few. That was not generative AI. It was, let me say, discriminative AI. I'd like to call like that. So basically, we programmed that to think about all the potential query that a customer could provide, and then try to answer to that, but without, of course, generative AI. And then in a couple of years ago, of course, ChatGPT came out. Everybody started to talk about that, even if GPT is from 2018. At the beginning, I was not able to use that because in customer care space, I don't want to be so much creative. I need to provide very specific and very good answer, the proper answers to the customer query, of course. But then, I would say starting 1 year ago, more or less, with retrieval, augmented generation, fine-tuning, and a combination now of what we call large action models, then we can actually use generative AI models, LLMs, one of the 800,000 you saw before, to query specific knowledge and get back with proper answers to the customers, okay? So providing voice bot, chat bot, by using generative AI to provide, at the end of the day, a natural language experience. Pretty cool, but on specific knowledge. And as a result, what we are seeing now is the development of specific AI agents for specific needs. So we can have an AI agent, I don't know, specialized in healthcare, another one in finance, another one in providing me e-commerce assistant, and so on and so forth, okay? So in this group, the OVON Open Voice Interoperability team, what we thought was, okay, let's think about how to have different AI agents to talk each other. So why this is so important? Well, because there are thousands, probably millions of chatbots around the world. Also a lot of voice bots now. They use their technologies on different devices. They are provided to public, private organizations, and a lot of such assistants are open source. Some of them are proprietary. But at the end of the day, they use their technology, and normally they don't talk each other's. Which is bad for the scalability, because there is also another point, which is from this research, only a small part of the information around the world, they say 4%, it's public, okay? The other information is private, especially in business. Hopefully our information are not public, but they are inside our CRM, our internal ERP, our internal documentation, whatever it is. And so such kind of AI assistants specialized in different topics will probably need to talk each other to get the information they need. Either because they don't know about such kind of information when the user made the query, or maybe for security reasons they are not entitled to do that. So they need to escalate to a second level agents and so on and so forth. So what we released at this Linux Foundation the group is a universal API specification. I will share with you how to, it's fully open and accessible. So to have different agents built with whatever technology you like to talk each other, so using basically a JSON kind of set of JSON messages, okay, to talk each other's. This is an example, by the way, of the sandbox that you can download. It's written in Python, okay? You can download this sandbox and play with that, with different assistants, AI assistant that we built. You can, of course, add your assistant. This is not a product. This is a demo, a concept to play with the specifications, okay? And this is an example. I've been playing with the information system of the Estonian government, okay? So they try to provide to the citizen this kind of AI assistant where the citizen is going to call or chat for information. Depending on the information, the first level AI assistant is going to escalate to a second level AI agents and so on and so forth. So for example, I don't know, I need some information to make my passport, or I lost my driver license, how can I manage that, and so on and so forth. And this kind of sequence diagram is showing you the JSON messages going back and forth through between different agents. Okay, this is an example of the JSON Universal API we released. And yeah, this is a demo. Let's see if I can show you something. When you download this Python framework, you can start what we call the sandbox. You can here select the different AI agents you want to try. So I'm going to try now Cassandra. Cassandra is the assistant that is supposed to help me going for errands. So I can send an invite to Cassandra to check if she is
Hi,
alive.
Diego. What can I help you with today?
Hi, Cassandra. I'd like to order some flowers for my wife's birthday.
I can't make calls, but I can contact the local florist for you. Should I go ahead and connect you?
Hi, Diego. I'm Pat, your friendly florist. How can I help you with flowers today? Do you have a special occasion or any specific flowers in mind?
Do you have any red proteas?
Hi, Diego. Red proteas are stunning choices. I recommend pairing them with some eucalyptus for a striking arrangement. Interested?
Yes, and add some eucalyptus in a clear base, please.
Great choice, Diego. Red proteas and eucalyptus in a clear vase will look stunning. Anything else you'd like to add? Maybe some baby's breath for a delicate touch?
No, that's fine. Send it to my home.
Great choice, Diego. I'll add the red proteas and eucalyptus to a clear vase. Sending it to your home now. Should I use the credit card on file?
Yes, please, use the credit card on file.
Perfect. Diego, your red proteus with eucalyptus in a clear base will be sent to your home. Sending good vibes your way.
Hi, Diego. How can I assist you today?
I'd like to order my dinner. Can you connect me to my Thai restaurant, please?
Sure, Diego. Connecting you with your favorite Thai restaurant now.
Hello, Diego. Thank you for calling our Thai restaurant. What can I get for you today? We have a special spicy basil chicken with jasmine rice. Maybe you'd like an appetizer too.
So you can see how I can switch back and forth different agents here. Yes. I'll take one order of the Pai Thai with shrimp and make it spicy, please.
Hello, Diego. Pie thighs with shrimp and spicy. Got it. Would you like to try our special of the day, Tom Yum soup?
Yes, add 2 spring rolls.
Absolutely, Diego. I've got one order of pad thai with shrimp, spicy, and an order of spring rolls. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to pick up my order in about 1 hour, please.
Got it, Diego. That's one order of pad thai with shrimp, spicy, and an appetizer of spring rolls, ready in an hour. See you then.
Hi, Diego. How can I help you today?
How much does it cost to mail a 2LB package to California?
Hi, Diego. It depends on the dimensions and delivery speed. For a precise answer, I'd need to connect you with the local post office. Would that be okay?
Yes, please, connect me to the local post office.
All right, connecting you to the local post office now.
Hi, Diego. I'm Andrew, your postmaster. How can I assist you with sending mail and packages through the USPS today?
How much does a L2B package going to California cost?
Hi, Diego. To determine the cost of a large freight rate box, LFRB, that's around $22.80 if using priority mail. The price includes tracking and up to $50 insurance. Anything else?
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay, that was something. And here, if you play with the sandbox, you can see also here the going back and forth of the JSON standard message envelope. You can check the sequence diagrams here. So here you can check how the universal API JSON messages were exchanged in between the different AI assistants, okay? It's important to say that each AI assistant can be built with any kind of large language model or generative AI you want, or even not generative AI. I don't mind about that. Even not AI, maybe as intent-based response. And they can talk each other because of the standard. This is how I built something similar by using the XCALLY drag and drop IVR interface. This is going to play different options and calling different AI agents by using the OVON standard API. I don't want to play the video now. This is how I did that with the help of the SignalWire team with SWML. Okay, by SignalWire, this is how you can define, in this case, the prompt. So in this case, you are a specialized agent to provide me information about specific orders information. And this is the OVON endpoint I've been using for messaging, the JSON envelope. And this is the JSON structure, OVON standard specification based. And how I deal with the answer, okay? This is how you get back the answer inside the SWML and get back to the customer. As I mentioned, the OVON specifications are totally free and open. You can download them on GitHub. You can scan these if you like. You can download this Python framework and play with that, okay? This is the link to the paper I mentioned. You can find a lot of information on the README in the GitHub, but also in the archive paper we wrote. So if you want to have a look at that, it's completely open access, of course. It's a preprint. You can download that. And what else we have here? But, well, before having our wrap-up, maybe we can see if there are any questions. I will be more than glad to try to answer. What do you say, David? Any questions?
Let's have a quick look. We're trying to claw our way back on schedule, but we've got time for one question for Diego. There's one over there from Brandon, I reckon. Let's rattle over. I'll hand you the mic for the purposes of the live stream.
With these conversational AI bots, do you think people are going to get used to them? You know, because I know now I know when it's a bot and I just want to skip over to a real person. Will people get used to talking to a bot, or will they get so good that you kind of won't be able to tell?
This is a very good question. I published one of the 3 papers I mentioned at the beginning. It's published on Springer, a quite important journal, and it's called Conversational Hyperconvergence. And I tried to do some simulations to understand how far we are for achieving undistinguishable conversation, okay, between AI and human. It happens that, for example, I receive a lot of requests from customers, actually, that they want email bot or chat bot as well, but a lot of email bot. I think for email is already very difficult to understand if the email was written by an AI agent or a human. For a chat, it's less difficult, but it can be difficult. And of course, for a voice or a video, it's easier now to understand if on the other side there is a machine or a human, but in my opinion, it will be less and less difficult because there are very good speech recognition engine. So we are reaching that break-even point probably. And that of course, comes with some ethical issues and some needs for transparency. So for example, the EU AI Act tells that we need to be transparent and so explicitly declare when we are using AI or not, okay? But yeah, that's definitely.
Thank you for that question, Brandon. If you'd like to wrap up then, Diego, and we'll.
Yeah, sure. On. Very quickly. So we've seen that thanks also to your survey, there is not just GPT. There are many other AI models available for playing with that. We talk a little bit about the open washing and the open source situation in the AI models. And something about that. Conversational AI, what's that? How to use that with generative AI right now. Thanks for retrieval, fine-tuning, and action models as well. And then, yeah, I try to provide you a snapshot of the Open Voice Interoperability by Linux Foundation AI&Data initiative. So how to have different AI agents making conversations each other's using open standards. And then you can download the sandbox and play with that. Oh, by the way, this is the bonus. This is the sandbox. Before I just provided you the access to the GitHub specific. That was the specification. So there you access the specification. This is the access to the sandbox. Okay, so the Python framework I was mentioning that you can use to play with, like I did before with Cassandra. Okay, feel free to scan that or just reach me out after the talk. I would be more than glad to share whatever information you need. Those are my contacts. Thank you very much for having me here today, and I will stick around in the next few days. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego.